We had an issue. Right, we're going to try this again. So this is Go Live 57 Part 2. And I'll give it a go again. We'll do about 15 minutes. And so do apologise if you're only now seeing this. For some reason, YouTube had my listing set as private, which I can't remember setting that. So I don't know why that's done that. So I do apologise. So we'll do a quick 15 minutes and we'll see if anyone pops in. So I've obviously just spent the last half hour chatting to myself. Hi JBM, how are you? Good to see my live's working now. Oh God! For some reason, this my original one for I spent the last half hour was set on private, and I'm sure I never did that. Yeah, not too bad, mate. So not too bad. There, we'll do a Go Live number 57, and this will be part 2. We'll give it a go again. Hello, we're getting some people income this time. That's amazing when you don't have it set as private. I don't know why. I've never had that happen before. I'll have to check the settings on this. So, how have you been, JBM? I hope you've been okay. I hope you had a lovely New Year. And although we ain't really had the New Year yet, not all of it, but but I hope you had a good Christmas as well. Right, well, I'll reiterate all the rubbish that I just said for the last half hour, and no one's heard it yet. Oh, God, dear. Nothing's ever simple, is it? Ever. Yes, mine's not been too bad, and yeah, and we've been out and about a little bit, so, but yeah. So how's yours been, mate? Have you been out and about? I still mean catch up with your videos as well. It's just, I don't know. Is it something when you get older and you just keep running out of time? Hi, mate. Happy New Year. Thanks, Tinfoil Hatter. You will be able on the previous streams if you're desperate to have something to go to sleep to. I just did this video. And I've been waffling to myself for half an hour, and for some reason it was set as private, so no one could see it. So this is going to be number 57, part 2. Oh well, we never have any luck, do we? Oh dear, bloody tech. Yes, it's been not too bad so far, mate. It's been a very busy Christmas period, obviously what with work as well. But there we plod along. But yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. I did present that on my original previous stream I did a few minutes ago. But unfortunately, I doubt anyone's going to be able to see it till later. Never mind. Anyway. Yes, it's been a very busy so far. I've been out and about doing little different bits today. I did kind of tempted to go out and do some filming today, but like I said, we did stuff for the family instead today, so I will go out later in the week. Pardon me. And I'm hoping to venture out to do some more towns and villages, mainly villages I want to capture, possibly for 26 as well as other things. So, bless you, could have been worse. At least you're recording, yeah, yeah, I've done, but we've all been there and done that, haven't we? So, dear, oh dear. Never mind. But I'm going to have to check the settings on this because, like I said, I used to just be able to click these bits and it just worked. And for some reason now it keeps defaulting to private, so I'll have to double check that unless there's been some kind of YouTube update that I'm not aware of. So, but no, I will double check that on these lives. So we don't want that happening again. So, but yeah, I hope you've all had a wonderful New Year's Day. So, unfortunately, it's back to work tomorrow, but at least it's only one day and then we're off again. Although I think actually, with my job, I think I'm duty manager from Saturday. So, but lucky me. Anyway, so what have you guys been up to? Anything good at all? Been out on travels or had family and all that kind of thing? Thanks for that, Siri. See, it's amazing when you have this on public, you start getting people come in. Oh, dear. But yes, but thanks for popping in and saying a quick hello. Like I said, I'll just do about another 15 minutes and then we'll we'll call it a day, and then people will have to have to watch number 57 part 1 with me waffling to myself. Now, I did have a nice cup of tea. Unfortunately, it's empty now. There. This is what I get when I don't have Spielberg directing me on this. Other half's been working. He's working tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm kind of been off today, but I did catch up with a little bit of work, but nothing too major. So I've just been kind of tidying bits up on my laptop. But yeah, it's been busy. Been how can we a constructive kind of day. We got some bits done that we needed to get done, and obviously more to do next week. So, but yeah, but no, it's been good. You're still in that kind of lull period where you think, right, I've been eating a lot, so I need to cut down a bit. But you know, there's all these bits still left around the house, and you don't want them to go to waste. And you think, well, I shouldn't really eat them, but you know, then again, I think, well, actually, you know, I might eat them, but. Now I've kind of set my deadline that I'm gonna give myself until kind of Sunday night, and then I want to start properly cutting right down and getting off my bum a bit from Monday. So I've got kind of this weekend to clear lots of bits up as we do. So because each Christmas you get all these biscuit tins and chocolate boxes and all that thing given to you. So give Lent family goodie bags up. Yeah, I keep saying to my youngest one, you know, there's bits here, you fill your boots. So I'm sure your metabolism will get rid of it quicker than I can. So, but yeah, but no, it's not been too bad. Not been too bad. So pretty good. So as usual, after this, we'll be walking the old dog. So I'll be doing that. Should be good. Not sure. I'm still trying. I want to go out and film Saturday, but I'm also keep hearing that we're meant to be getting snow from the weekend, so I'm not quite certain what we're going to do. But I've got plenty of reserve videos, not made but to be made, that I can do at home. So that's the option. So we've got several new Technic Lego builds to do, and I've got a plain build to do as well. All these gifts you get, but I kind of leave these in reserve, so when we do get snowed in and things like this, I can still do some kind of video, and I suppose we can always do some lives as well. So but yes, but I know when you do lives, I'm not a professional live person. I just kind of waffle on and answer any questions you guys have and generally talk crap. So but I suppose that covers a lot of lives, really. So but never mind. But yes, but yeah, we always kept. Now I've had one Technic Lego set. I think I've been holding on to it since September, and but I thought I'll leave that in reserve because we know what winter's like. Now it could be one of these mild winters, and we don't really get a lot. And I've perhaps talked it up, and we'll get snowed in. But there you go. Who knows? But yeah, never mind. We always have these little reserve plans. So, but yeah, I suppose a lot of people, I guess, may not be back to work till Monday. But I will have to go back tomorrow, unfortunately, and go for that trawl of emails. So, but yeah. But anyway, lucky buggers. Yeah, I'm unfortunately not like that. Although I'd imagine a lot of mine, definitely tomorrow morning, will be working at home, but it's the usual going through billing tomorrow. We all love a bit of billing. But tomorrow afternoon I've got a nip out. So we'll be off to Thetford tomorrow. Now, another place there, I've still got to film, but I want to get there really early to do it. So I was kind of doing a recce through Thetford because it's mainly the old part that I want to go and film. So I've kind of been looking at a route that I'm going to do. So I've got it in here where we're going to go, but that one I want to capture this month as well in January. So that one's to come. I'm not certain what day I'm going to do that in. I've kind of got an idea, but near the bases, that one I'm possibly looking at doing, but I want to do a little bit more research, kind of thing before I do that. So I've not really done any old bases and that, so I want to see what I can do and what I can't, and kind of get a bit more info on that. But it is in the mix, so I haven't forgot. But there's Thetford we're going to be doing in several sections anyway, and hopefully this year, what I wanted to do last year. Watch out for the ticks, yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid when I served, we had to deal with ticks, so so I'm in no rush for them. Oh dear. And then there's one place that I want to go out to, like I wanted to do last year, and it completely ran out of time, which I want to go and do a day at Bressingham as well, at the old steam place. So I've got that. I definitely want to do that this year. But obviously there's a lot of places we'll have to wait till our weather picks up. But there, never mind, we will get there. We've got all year to do. So I'm still trying to get to this 1,000 yet, but never mind. Santa didn't bring me that. He's perhaps left that in the bag along with an old new MacBook. Yeah, never mind. We all dream. Yeah, so that's to come. But like I said, we're going to be venturing out into Essex and Cambridgeshire. I want to try and concentrate on this year as well. I did odd bits, but we want to do a bit more in there. So all to come, all to come. Apart from that, I don't have any other plans kind of booked at the moment. So it's going to be interesting, and we're going to do a lot of these ad hoc bits where I'll just suddenly decide, yeah, we'll go there. I do that quite often on a Saturday. Friday night, I'll do a bit of where can we go? People always say, oh, do you plan this and know where you're going? I can tell you now, sometimes it's been late on a Friday and I think, shit, I don't know where to go, really. Because the whole plan of this channel was to not repeat where we've been. How can I word this nicely? That there's a few people I notice and some big names who just seem to keep going to the same bloody place. And I think, you know what, you've already been here about 3 or 4 times already. So I'm trying to literally not do that yet. And I suppose the nearest I've got to it is what I did when we just nipped back down to Winterton, although it was a different kind of film. And I perhaps put more of it on TikTok on that, only because of how the video was. But we did nip down to Winterton a few days ago just to see the seals. And I'd never done that before. I'd never been there with the seals. You know, all this time you're born and bred in Norfolk and you've never been. But it was great to see, really great to see, and lovely feeling to see these young pups. So, but yeah, we did do a YouTube short, so I wasn't going to do it as a film. I said to my missus when we go down, well, I'm not doing it as a film. We'll go down. I could have done it as a film, but I thought now I've done Winterton, so like I said, as well as I'm doing this as a channel, I'm doing it as an archive as well, which is why we're going to capture a lot of villages, and I'm sure some of these villages people have never even heard of. So, but yeah, but that's how I do it. I get to a Friday and think, oh, where can we go? And then suddenly I'll be searching through and suddenly find a place, think, that could be interesting. And then we go there, and sometimes I go to these places and it literally is potluck. Potluck totally, whether it's any good or not. So, but there. Yes, and the good thing is this has taken me to places, even though, you know, I'm total Norfolk through and through, but you know, there's places of Norfolk I've heard of. Some, 1 or 2 I haven't, but mostly I've heard of, but just never been. So it's been actually good for me to go and visit my home county and yeah, and find these places and actually see what they're like. So and I suppose one of them was like Reading. You've heard of it loads of times, been through it, but never actually stopped and had a look around. So it's always good. So, but yeah, there is plenty to come this year. I've got a kind of a list that I want to start working through. Some could be smaller videos that we'll do as lunchtime breaks. But there's definitely going to be some ad hoc ones which we'll suddenly just do. And like I said, with my work, I get to travel a bit kind of out of Norfolk, so we're going to capture some of that as well. So yes, all to come, and hopefully some of it will be interesting. I'll try and do my best. Like I said, they're not history tours. We'll mine are the walks, and to show you what I see as we go along. But yeah, hopefully someone may enjoy it. You never know. We give it a go. Oh dear. So anyway, any other questions before I quickly shoot off? Like I said, apologies. Stephanie Robinson. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Is that Stephanie? Yeah, Stephanie Robinson. How are you? Nice to see you on here. So, apologies. Like I said, I messed up the video for the first half hour, which is why I've come back on. Talking of, yeah, good to see people on here. It's nice to see people pop in and have a look at the channel and think, what is that old fart waffling on about? So, but we give it a go. But yeah, it's been a great new year. We had some great presents and good to see family over Christmas and all that kind of thing. Walks I have got to take the dogs. Yeah, I've really got to take mine. I should have actually already been out, but obviously we messed up the first half hour. We won't do it again. I'll double check next time that I've got the settings right. That's my fault. My fault, that one. Do apologise. Right. Let's just I'll just give it another couple of minutes and then we'll finish for the night, and I'll let you guys have the rest of your night to watch. I'm sure some wonderful mainstream TV. If not, there's lots of good stuff on YouTube. Yep. See you later. Take care. Like I said, I'll be off with my dog in a moment. So right. Any more for any more? What have you been up to, Stephanie? Anything good? Good to see you here. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, you can always check my back catalogue of an enormous amount of videos going to different places, different walks and different travels, as well as some other little bits and pieces we're throwing in there. I'm actually looking now of what I might do this year, because sometimes I do these little ad hoc bits. Now, I was looking at maybe doing some cooking bits. I didn't know whether that would go, considering I'm useless at cooking and got no idea what I'm doing. But it may be fun to make, so who knows? It might be something a bit different. It may take off. Who knows? I need something to take off on this channel. Oh dear, we have some fun, don't we? Right, okay. I don't think there's any more for any more. Right, like I said, again, apologies that I messed up the first half hour. For some reason, it was set as private and not as public, so I do apologise for that. But I will double check, tell myself off for that next time. And you've got this one. So this will be 57 part 2. So if you want to see what I waffled about on the first one, you can check 57. Right, well, I'll leave you all in peace. Have a lovely, wonderful night. Thanks for popping in, see what I'm up to. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you would consider subscribing, that'll be really great, and I will be ever, ever thankful. But anyway, I'll leave you guys in peace. Take it easy, be good with yourselves, and I will see you all very soon.